We're always looking for that new app, that new tool that's going to give our kids an edge. But what if one of the most powerful things for your child's brain is actually 1,500 years old? We're talking about chess and the surprising science that shows it might be one of the best things they can ever learn. Let's get into it.
I mean, really think about this for a second. If you're a parent or a teacher, you know this is the big one, right? How do you equip kids with the skills they'll need for a future we can't even imagine? We want them to be resilient, to be strategic, to be focused. It's a huge challenge. But what if the answer has been sitting right in front of us this whole time?
You guessed it, chess. And look, it is so much more than just a game of kings and queens. It is a full-on cognitive workout, a character-building exercise, and an academic booster, all rolled into one. And today we're going to break down the science and the real-world evidence to show you exactly how.
All right, Section 1, Rewiring the Young Brain. We're talking about the surprising science of chess and IQ. So first up, let's look at what's actually happening inside a child's brain when they learn to play. And we're not just talking about learning the rules, we're talking about fundamental changes to how they think, backed by some really fascinating new research.
So get this, a recent study just from 2023 out of Romania looked at 67 third graders. These kids were all taking weekly chess lessons as an optional subject. The researchers wanted to see what just one lesson a week could do for their intelligence and spatial reasoning. Well, the findings were nothing short of spectacular.
So the researchers measured all the students' intelligence levels before the chess program even started, and then again after it was over. And you can just see the change. On the left, you have the IQ distribution at the beginning, and on the right, after the chess program. Just look at how that orange slice, the one for superior intelligence, gets so much bigger.
And here's the headline number. The percentage of kids classified as having superior intelligence, it more than doubled. It went from 12% all the way up to 26%. I mean, just let that sink in. This wasn't some intense multi-year program. This was from one chess lesson a week.
But the benefits didn't stop there. It wasn't just about general intelligence. The researchers also measured something called spatial orientation, which is basically just the ability to understand and reason about where things are in space. And that skill is absolutely crucial for everything from math and engineering to just, navigating the world around you.
So how did they test for that? They used what's called the Bender-Santucci test. Kids were shown these complex figures and were just asked to copy them down. It sounds simple, but it's a really sharp way to measure how well their brains perceive details, angles, and how objects relate to each other. It's like a direct window into their practical spatial intelligence.
And the results here were just astounding. After the program, these third graders were scoring at the same level as the average for children 2 years older than them. That is a massive developmental leap in their spatial reasoning skills, all from playing chess.
Okay, on to Section 2, Building Character Move by Move. And the subtitle is, How Chess Teaches Life's Toughest Lessons. So yeah, we've seen how chess can literally rewire the brain, but the benefits go way beyond that. Let's look at how it actually builds character and how skills learned on the board become lessons for life.
I absolutely love this quote from a Reddit user who was learning to program. They said they struggled with focus until chess gave them this mental framework for thinking through complex problems step by step. It's a perfect real-world example of what we can call the chess mindset.
So what is this chess mindset? Well, think of it as a life toolkit. First, you learn to deconstruct a huge problem, the entire board, into smaller, manageable parts. Second, you are constantly anticipating consequences, training your brain to think multiple moves ahead. Third, and this is so crucial, you learn from your mistakes. Losing isn't failing, it's collecting data. It teaches resilience. And finally, you practice patience. Chess punishes you for impulsive moves, so it teaches the incredible power of waiting for the right moment.
And when you put all that together, you're building this powerful personality trait that psychologists call conscientiousness. It's all about self-control, focus, and organization. And study after study shows it's a huge predictor of success. Chess is a fantastic way to build that trait, quietly, with every single game.
So let's move on to Section 3. Chess boost school grades, or from checkmate to math class. We've seen how chess can rewire the brain and build character. But does that actually translate to better grades? Well, a major study connected the chessboard directly to the classroom to find out.
Okay, you have to check out the setup for this experiment in Denmark. They had 2 groups of students. The control group got the standard 4 math lessons a week. But the chess group, they actually took away one of those math lessons and replaced it with a chess lesson. So they got less traditional math instruction. What do you think happened?
The results were just unambiguous. The chess group, the one that got less math class, showed significantly higher improvement in their math scores. And the researchers noted the effect was especially strong when it came to things like pattern recognition, which, of course, is a core skill in both chess and mathematics.
To put that into perspective, the boost they got from playing chess was equivalent to learning an extra third of a school year's worth of math. This shows that chess isn't just teaching the game, it's teaching kids how to learn and think more effectively.
So that brings us to Section 4, your child's next move, and our subtitle, Building Smarter, Calmer, More Confident Kids. After looking at the brain science, the character development, and the academic results, the question becomes, what is the next move for our kids? The evidence really suggests chess is a uniquely powerful tool for success.
So let's recap the crucial points. We've seen clear evidence that chess boosts measurable intelligence. It teaches invaluable life skills like strategic thinking and patience. It literally trains the brain to maintain focus. It leads to better school performance, and through all of this, it builds that quiet confidence that comes from mastering a truly complex skill.
I think this quote from the Romanian study really gets to the heart of it. Chess forces a child to take a big, abstract, complex situation and make it concise and understandable. They learn to see how one action leads to another, to see the cause and effect flow of events. And that right there is the very essence of critical thinking.
So in a world that's obsessed with the latest tech and the newest educational apps, maybe we've overlooked one of the most effective tools for building young minds. A tool that's been proven for centuries, requires no electricity, and teaches the timeless skills of focus, strategy, and resilience. Maybe the best investment in their future is just a simple 64-square board.
Thanks for diving into this with us. If you enjoyed this explainer and want more breakdowns on the science of learning and development, be sure to subscribe. We'll see you next time.